I think it's both short term and long term. Short term in the sense that there has been an incident, as you know, two National Guard soldiers were shot in Washington, near very close to the White House, and one of them later died in the hospital. There's a lot of anger in America. People are very upset. They're particularly upset because the shooter was an Afghan who worked with US forces and with the CIA in Afghanistan against the Taliban and was brought to this country as an ally, as a friend. And there are tens of thousands of such Afghans all across America. Then there have been at least two more incidents in which Afghan nationals actually confessed to be working with certain people to carry out terrorist attacks inside America. So obviously the Trump administration is under tremendous pressure to do something, and they had to take some immediate steps. So now they have taken some major steps. So the Trump administration was under tremendous pressure to do something, and they have. They took a series of steps that are aimed at, number one, curbing immigration, and number two, satisfying the people who want the government to take some action. So the first is they have stopped asylum applications. Nobody will be given asylum in this country until the government reverses its decision. They even have stopped renewal of green cards and work permits. And even those whose permits or green cards will expire, they will have to wait for the government to reverse their decision. And that's a very tricky situation for these people, because if you are not, if your green card is not extended, if your work permits are not extended, then you become illegal. And if you become illegal, then you can be deported anytime. And then they also, recently the Trump administration had published a list of 19 countries who were considered as threats to U.S. interests and U.S. security. And now there are reports in the U.S. media saying that the government is going to expand this list and now expand it to 32 countries whose citizens will not be allowed to even will not be given even visit visa to the United States, and they cannot come here as immigrants. They cannot come and work here. They cannot seek political asylum. So that list, they said, will be expanded. And they have stopped all benefits given to all immigrants and asylum seekers. Those who were getting whatever benefits they were getting from the federal government, all those benefits have been. So these are very strong and unprecedented steps, particularly cancelling all asylum, halting all asylum applications, and even stopping the renewal of green cards, etc. That had never happened before in America. So the short-term goal of this of these measures is to satisfy the American public and to show that yes, the government is aware of their sentiment and is willing to take action. The long term is that President Trump belongs to a particular group of political activists within the Republican Party. They are seen as the right of the Republicans, and they want complete halt to all sorts of immigrations. They say that previous governments have allowed too many people to come and settle in America, and as a result, there is a real threat of the white majority turning into a minority, and that they will never let that happen, and therefore they want this administration to stop all immigration to this country, all immigration, whether it is asylum, whether it is work permit, whether whatever is skilled labor or unskilled labor. What the Trump administration is doing is, by taking these steps, is showing that yes, it sympathizes with the general public and it is willing to work with them to stop immigration. But there is a realization also that it is not possible that American economy needs immigrant workers, and that there are certain businesses, certain jobs that most Americans are unwilling to do, and those are done by mostly immigrants, particularly those from the Latin American countries. But right now, the administration is not willing to talk about even necessary immigration. Basically, they're trying to give the impression that we are with the people of America, and we also do not want immigrants to come and settle in this country.